ceremony for real now? Okay, so welcome to Weblab 2022 awards ceremony. And we're really happy that you guys are all here and we can say goodbye. This has been our first hybrid year. So last year was the first completely virtual year, and this year was the first hybrid year because of COVID. But we were so glad that we were still able to hold Weblab successfully. We had over 400 students enrolled on Portal, and over the 23 days, we had 120 web apps submitted. We had 907 Piazza posts. We had a 5-minute average response rate that went down over the past 2 weeks. Hope you understand. And students had to learn a lot.
Yeah, so let's talk about some of the things that you guys learned. So first, on the first day, we started with the new programming languages that we would be using throughout this class. So HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And then we wrapped all of those up and combined them using React. And then on top of all of that, we learned this whole other side to website design, which is the backend. We learned Node.js. We learned how to store our information in MongoDB. And some of you also implemented sockets in your websites in order to have live updating. So you should all give a really big round of applause for yourselves for having gotten so far in the class. All right, now for some funny Git commits, my favorite part of this presentation.
So don't worry, write out names. We were just going through repos right after judging and looking at some very descriptive Git commits that we had. Some other very descriptive Git commits that we had. Some more very descriptive Git commits that we had. And also very glad that we had a lot of successes and more successes and even more successes. Yeah, lots of successes.
Okay, so those were some successes, but where people succeed, they also have to fail. So let's go through some of these. There was a wide variety of nasty language that was used. There were some very sad commit messages. There were problems. Well, I don't know about that. There are some unintelligible things that people said.
Yeah, lots of sadness, apparently. More sadness. Non-Weblab endorsed messages, but just for entertainment purposes. And just overall confusion. But yeah, overall, you guys made it through all the happiness and the sadness. So.
All right. So before we actually jump into giving out the actual awards, and also having the semi-finalists present their websites for you all to see, we're first going to give out some thanks to all of the people that made this class possible. So first to Ellen Reed. I don't know if you're here, but Ellen Reed has been very helpful on the logistics side with helping set everything up. So big round of applause for that. Lisa Bella, who's been doing a lot of, again, logistical things on the course 6 side. Just making sure the class is registered, that you guys can all get credit for the class. So big round of applause for Lisa. And last but not least, our faculty sponsor, Arvind. He teaches a web development class actually at MIT during the normal semester, 6170 for anyone interested. He's a really cool guy. And he's been working with us constantly to make sure that you all can receive credit for taking Weblab. All right, big round of applause for Arvind. And then to all of EECS and Core 6, again, we're very grateful. So thank you guys. And now for our course staff. If you're staff, can you please stand up? So big round of applause to all of staff for teaching this class. Everything from the day 1 to day now. Lots of things going on the back end for us, making sure that this class runs successfully. And some of us, you can see, are wearing bucket hats. Those are some swag items that will be distributed at the end of this ceremony. All right, moving on.
Yeah, so this class wouldn't have been able to run without the generous help of our sponsors. This year we had 8 sponsors. This year we had 8 sponsors: Next Jump, Meta, Gather, CrestScore, Open Learning, Appian, Bloomberg, and Ramp. And they all contributed generously to helping our web lab be able to run with all funding our class logistics, our swag, and the prizes that will be announced later in this ceremony. And by the way, CrestScore is here in person somewhere. Where? There. Yeah, CrestScore representatives are there in person today. Yeah, so feel free to go over and talk to them after award ceremony is over. Yeah, so without further ado, we're going to move on to short semi-finalist demos. So this year we had 10 semi-finalists, 10 websites, and each of them will present a little demo. First up is Identify. Whoever made Identify, can you guys please come down and present your app?
Hi, everybody. So our website is called Identify. It is essentially a quiz bowl style musical guessing game, more or less.
So it's basically guess the song.
Guess the song.
Yeah. So
we will be demonstrating.
Yep. You log in with your Spotify account. And Noah's already logged in before, so it doesn't prompt you to log in again. Nice. And you hit play game. Okay, so when you go to the lobby, you have 2 options. You can either create a new game or join an existing game. So I guess we'll make a game.
I've chosen, so it's fine.
Okay, so you can either choose to make your game public or private, and making your game public will just have it display under public games. And you can choose music. So you can either choose from your own playlists or pick a specific genre or search for specific songs to queue. And you can pick how many questions you want and how much time everybody gets to answer after they buzz. So it's really 10 seconds.
And normally this game would be a multiplayer game, but since we only have 1 laptop, we're just going to be playing with ourselves.
Yeah, actually, you can.
Oh, you want me to play it? Oh.
Or we might end up with 2.
Okay, we're 2 people.
I guess if someone else wants to join, they can go to.
No.
Well, no, as in the way that Jennifer is going to be logging in is she'll go to play a game and she'll type in the join code that's over here, and then she should be joined in. Yeah. Okay. Solid.
Wow.
So. Yeah.
Okay.
And we can start the round. So
we don't actually know the song.
Okay, so we're ready now. And then Jennifer buzzes it when she knows the answer. she types it in, and since she buzzed before 15 seconds was up, she gets 15 points.
Yeah, if you buzz before 15 seconds, you get 15 points. If any other time, you get 10 points. And if you get it wrong, it's -5.
And if she didn't know the song and really liked the song, she can also save the song for later. You click that button, and we'll show what that button does later. For now, let's proceed to the next round. It's Acapulco. Okay, I'll pause it.
Okay.
And I got it right. So it shows that Jennifer now got it. And once again, if you knew the song, or if you didn't know the song and you liked it, you can save it for later.
Yeah.
And all the rounds are basically the same. There's a log over here where you can see everything that happened, and there's a live chat over here, so you can talk with your friends.
Yes.
And if you're the host, you can also cue up music. So you can rickroll people, I guess. Yeah.
Rickrolling is allowed.
Do you want to finish the round?
Yeah, let's just finish it really quick.
Okay. How many did we do? Oh, 5. Okay. Feel free to call out for the song.
No?
No? Okay, close.
Okay, and now the game is over, and we can press end game. Once that happens, it shows the leaderboard. Looks like none of us did very hot, but here are saved songs. And now let's leave the game. And all your saved songs appear in your profile. So everyone has a profile. Here's Noah's. It comes with a default profile picture, but that can be changed. If you were in the actual game, you can see there's a leaderboard on the side. You can also click the leaderboard to get to people's profiles. And over here, you can see their music taste. Apparently, Noah really likes Identify. There's user stats over there. And also, you can change your profile pic. And
If you really like somebody's music taste, you can press follow on Spotify and then follow them.
And all of the songs in the recently saved songs are also links to the pages in Spotify. So if you save the song, you can always go back to it and add it to any of your playlists later.
So,
and that's basically it.
Yep. Thank you.
So great job to Identifier for your amazing presentation. Next up in our semifinalists is Wildcard.
We're here. Let's say I wanted to join a game. I could click join a game and enter a game code. But let's say I'm the one who wants to make a game or play a game. So I can go to the library, and these have projects, projects are games that I made. We also have active games, which are games that I'm in. We kind of started this game and never finished it, but that's a different problem. I could create a new game from scratch, but I'm not going to do that in front of everyone because, pain. So we can create a game from a template. Let's use Go Fish. And let's just play the game first. So the code is ODVM, and Michelle here is just going to join. And we'll also have a second tab open to join under someone else. Yep, Peter Star, whoever that is. So we can start the game. And this is kind of just your normal, play a card game with your friends online. It's my turn first, so because this is Go Fish, I get to pick someone to ask for a card. I'm going to ask for 2, and Michelle didn't have one, so I Go Fished, and I drew a card. And now on Michelle's screen, she sees the same thing that I saw just a moment ago, and it all updates in real time and everything. Let's wait until Peter makes their move. And then it's my turn again. So let's say, I didn't like the way this game works. I think it's too slow. So I'm going to go back to library, and this is how we end up with games that just get abandoned. But we can go to edit project, and the editor just has different tabs for different things. So when the way this website works is based on our custom game engine and editor, which we call GameLang. A game is described by its objects, which are cards. So you can choose the cards and where they start. Collections, which are kind of sets of cards, and variables which store values. And each of these have different settings which are used to describe, for example, is a collection or a variable private to like each person or global to everyone? Are they shown on the interface? Are they shown only to certain people? There's different types, and these are used for like smart type checking, because when we get to the rules section, the rules are defined as sequences. These are inspired by kind of classic, when you open up a board game or a card game, you can read the instructions, and these are just given to you step by step. So based on these certain triggers, for example, setup during a player's turn, or ones that you decide yourself, you add in processes that will make things happen. These are all have like smart autocomplete. And so I could, for example, if I demonstrate, we decided that Go Fish was too slow. So this custom sequence is what describes the game ending, which is when the deck size is 0. We can instead make the decks when the deck size is less than or equal to 29. Let's save that. For fun, let's also insert, maybe we want to output a new message to the screen, hello world. But I don't know, we can also do something like the deck has deck size cards left. And save that. And let's play this new game. FILY. So now we can see, okay, the deck has 31 cards. Let's just do something. All right. Let's see what happens when it gets to 29. Okay, and the game ended. And we can see that the new logs were added as well. That's it. Thank you very much.
Great job, Wildcard. That was great. Next we'll have Team Dreamer Showdown. Well, not Team Dreamer Showdown. The website's Dreamer Showdown presenting their app.
Okay, so hi everyone. We are Team I, and
We probably have to scream because we don't have a mic.
sorry.
So you probably have to talk really loudly.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. So hi everyone. We are Team I, and our website is Dreamer Showdown, which is a two-player, an original two-player minimalistic card game. So now here I'm going to like demo the game, which is basically like most of what our site is about. So I'm going to click find games and pass me the okay here. So we are now in the game. So wait, why is it not true? Oh yeah, okay. So the goal of the game is to collect points. So here we want to collect 20 points. And to do that, we will, so if you look at this top part, we have the left side, and so the left side contains like 3 cards. It says I gained 0 cards. So this is a sentence. And what we will do is we will constantly change the sentence. For example, wait. Okay, like do something. Yeah, so for example, let me just change it to I steal 0 cards, or I steal 10 brain power. So you can, so how the game works is like we will keep changing these sentences, and then so for example, I will do like I gain 2 points, and then we can activate them using this button. So if you look at these cards, there are like numbers on them, and this denotes like the cost of the cards. So every one of us have some brain power, which is the currency of the game. And to activate this sentence, we need that. So like the cards here says 3, 0, and 2. So we need a total of 5 brain powers. So if you choose to activate this, so that I play activate. So I lose 5 brain power, but I gain 2 points because it says I gain 2 points. So every turn you can choose to either replace a new card. So for example, just favorite card. Okay, so for example, I can choose like 30% of the brain power. So I can replace my sentence, I can replace like any part of my sentences. And I can also choose to activate, or I can choose to pass. So after like some number of turns, one of us will get to 20 points. and the one who gets there first wins. So the main feature of this game is that there are many different strategies you can like play with based on what you have in your hand, because either you can choose to gain points, gain brain power, gain cards, or you can steal them from your opponent, or you can even make your opponent lose points. So you can do something like you lose all your points, or you lose 50% of your points. So you can choose to disrupt your opponents. You can choose to like improve your own score. So there are many different strategies in this game, even though it looks simple. So this is like the main the main feature of our game. And in our website, we also have rating system. So this is based on like rating system. If you are familiar with like chess rating system, so you can see like your past matches here, and you can see your current rating. So we also have a leaderboard, global leaderboard here. And yeah, so if you're interested in this game, after this ceremony, you can try to play this game. And if you want more information, you can see the guide here. There's like a detailed description of the rules. And yeah, I think that's it for us. Okay.
Great job, Dreamer Showdown. Next on our semifinalists is Paranoia.
All right, let's get this road on the show. So can I see a show of hands in terms of who has ever played Paranoia or has heard of Paranoia? All right, that's a decent number of people. So basically what Joe and I did was implement Paranoia so you guys could play it virtually. All right, so we're gonna start demoing our game. And I'm gonna begin by logging into play. Let's go with this account. And so there you see a few buttons on the home page. You've got the how to play if you're not already familiar with Paranoia. And there's also something that's called the question history, which I will introduce later. But first of all, I'm just gonna create a game because we don't have one yet. And so you see two buttons. You can join a room, given a room number, or you can create your own room, which I'm gonna go ahead and do. And so the host can actually choose the number of rounds that you play, and also what's called the starting XP. And so we'll talk more about the XP system later, but it's basically a point system that motivates users to really learn more about their friends and about each other, because you actually gain points by revealing the questions that you've answered. And you can also use points to defend the question that you answered in regards to, like, you don't want people to see the question you answered. So you use points to hide it. And you can also attack, quote unquote, attack people by using your points to reveal the question that they've answered and sort of expose them. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the game first. And today I'm Tony Stark. So I'm gonna get Joe to join. Did other people join too? Oh God. Are other people also joining the game? Okay, we're gonna restart this. Seems like other people are trying to join our game. Here. Please don't please don't do this. All right, we're just gonna use Joe's laptop. I'm gonna create it first. Let's start at 2 points instead. And so you could choose like 3 rounds, 5 rounds, or 8 rounds, and you can play with up to 10 people. So 8, 6, 7. Okay, I guess okay. Whoever IU is, or whatever. We'll just play with you guys, I guess. Okay, I'm just gonna start the game for us 4. So whoever journaled is, please participate. All right. So the first phase of the game is basically asking a question to the person at your right. And so I'm going to ask a question to, seems like Joey is to my right. Who would make a great pet owner? All right, still waiting for one more person. Very good. Okay. Okay. So IU has asked me who is the best K-pop star. Should I skip? Okay. A raise of hands. IU. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I guess we're gonna go with IU today. And of course, on the side, you got the chat, so you can talk to people. And also, if you want to clarify questions, you can actually DM specific people. So we have a private message system. And so the final phase of a round is actually deciding to reveal your question or not. You get a point for revealing your question. If you don't reveal, then the person who was the answer, in this case IU, actually gets to bargain, meaning that, so let's say I don't want to expose myself, and I choose don't reveal. IU has an option to bargain if they really want to know what the question was. And so if I offer more than IU does, then I can protect myself using my points. So I'm very adamant, I'll use all my points, and you can see the points on the canvas actually, update live. I spent 2 points and they also spent 2 points. So the question was revealed. Waiting on IU to proceed. Yeah, so that was exposed to everyone. And it looks like Journal chose to skip their question. So basically, we're just going around the circle right now, getting everyone's response in terms of if they want to skip, if they want to bargain, all of that. And so that's one round. So the other 2 rounds are pretty much similar. And so for the sake of time, I'm just going to go to the homepage and show you our other feature. So let's just go back, leave the game. And so there's this button called the question history, where you can actually look at the history of questions that you are the recipient of, meaning that you were asked a question. And so this is a record of the questions you've been asked and all your answers. And another interesting feature is this other part of the question history where you are the answer. So you are the answer of the question. And in the case that the question was somehow revealed in the game via like bargaining, then it would actually show here. Otherwise, there are question marks. So it records like who asked the question, who answered it, and you're the answer. So you could like go to that person like in real life and be like, what was the question? And interrogate them. So yeah, and so that's basically our game. Thank you so much.
Okay, hello. We are Team Imagination, and our tool's name is Noteworthy. So Noteworthy is a tool that helps your note-taking process during and after meetings or any kind of voice conversations. This is our landing page, and if you click on Start Noteworthy Now, you can log in to a test account. And for pre-populating data in the test account, we have used an open source corpus called AMI meeting data. So when it's your very first time logging in, we redirect you to how to use page. And it says to create a meeting. So let's go to the new meeting page and create a meeting. I'll call this final presentation, and keyword would be keyword. And when you start transcription, you can see that it's starting to transcribe my words. So you can also highlight during the transcription like this. You can label it either as to do or idea, or you can also just click highlight like this. And then if you go to the editing mode, you can add some words like this. And then when you end the meeting, you can review your notes. So if you click on the outline on the right, you can view where the highlights are from, and you can also add some more highlights whenever you want to do so. You can also attach some images that were important in the meeting and save meeting. If you go to My Meetings page, you can view all the previous meetings that you had. You can see that the meeting that we just created belongs here. And then another way to view meetings is to use the calendar, where you can view meetings by date, like this. And then if you go to the dashboard, it gives you overview of how many highlights or meetings you have made, how many words you have spoken. You can change the dates to see the corresponding data. It also summarizes some brief statistics about your word usage. We want to extend this to show the users more meaningful feedback on voice conversations. For example, if the user has transcribed interviews, it might be useful to show the analysis on the sentiment of the interviewer or how many unique words the interviewee used. Also, the transcription currently is not perfect, but we try to focus more on web development rather than improving the speech recognition itself, because considering the purpose of this course. But still, we want to improve speech recognition by considering the keywords here. For example, if I write my name here, maybe speech recognition can consider those keywords into account and recognize my names as well. Thank you.
All right. You
All right, fine, it's working.
Yeah,
So let's make how it works. Can we look at the tutorial? Yeah.
of course.
So we have a very clear image here. So but we won't actually see it in game. We will actually see a blurry one. So we need to guess anything from it. So that's basically how this game works. And you can click on some blocks to review some of them. Like maybe when you see the elephants here, you will realize it's an accent elephant. Kind of like that. So this is basically how the game works, and yeah, we'll demonstrate by actually playing. I will play by my iPad, and Neon will
play on the computer.
Yeah. Maybe you can just go ahead and create an account.
So basically, this is the game rules, and so basically, this is the game rules, and we can practice. Wait, I need to log in. Maybe I can create a new account. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm the viewer now. Okay. I can practice. And you can see. Yeah. And I think this is like cache. Yeah. And it's correct. Yeah. And I think I know how to play this game. So I will give up. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll play on my iPad.
Yeah. Okay. I unlocked some achievement. Like I guessed correctly. Okay. Okay, and now we can like play in a room. Yeah, maybe I can create a room. And it's like this. Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, maybe we can play lockout first.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
of course.
Yeah. So basically.
So basically.
Yeah. Well,
This one. Wait, what is this? It seems to be some kind of animal. Yeah, it's a reindeer. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And there are also other modes, like there is a cooperate mode where you and your teammates should cooperate together to guess an image. So it's like this. So maybe you can join. So one of the player knows the image, but he can only reveal like 5 blocks. Yeah, and the other one needs to guess based on the 5 revealed blocks. Oh yeah. Sure. Thanks. Yeah. What's this? Okay. I think it is a sausage. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. Wait, which block should I review? Maybe you can know like it's an animal based on this. Okay. Yeah.
We can also play Is there a time we can play one game more?
Yeah, of course. So what's this? I think it's. Oh, I can. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah. Okay, unlock some other achievements. Okay, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Yeah, maybe you can play one more game like what? Ranked or
Counter?
yeah, of course. Or maybe counter. Like room or yeah. Okay, sure.
So how this works is like we operate automated, so I click and I guess I don't know what it is, the speed. And so again, it's his turn.
Yeah, I think this is a dice. Okay. Ah, what's this? I think. Oh, what's that? I don't know. Is it? I don't know this time. Okay, yeah. That's
So
all.
that's really how it can work and this is fun and imagine it. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Please say that again.
有点假。
All right, so this is our project Fortuna. It's pretty much an online casino that interfaces with the blockchain. So I can just log in here. Yes. All right, so this is pretty much the map where you can move around. Let's just check out the game room. So we can enter here, and we have a few games here. I guess let's check out slots.
All right, yeah, this is slots. It's basically a modern twist on slots. Your winnings are determined by how many of the numbers sum to 12.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just go ahead and bet here, 50 tokens.
Oh, yeah.
All right, sweet. So we can go back and check out some of the multiplayer games. So we can join this blackjack room here. All right, and it looks like there's a few other players on. I'll just go ahead and start by betting 150. All right. And in addition to that, each of our rooms has a chat feature. So that's it. So in addition to the classic casino games, we also have some other features. So if you go to Have in here and head to the marketplace.
You can also use the quick nav at the top.
That is true. So here we're offered a few choices for NFT prizes we can buy with the tokens we just won. So I guess we can just go ahead here, enter a custom name and confirm purchase. So this will send a message to the blockchain telling it to mint an NFT to the address of our current user. Sometimes it takes a while, but. All right, and once we complete our purchase, we can head to the inventory, which is where we can view all of the prizes that we bought. And here is the one we just bought. We can equip it, and now you can see it on the map. All right, so let's finish everything right.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, yeah, so that's our project Fortuna. No, I guess that's about it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Project Fortuna. Next on our semi-finalists, we have Chimera.
Okay, hello everyone. We are the team that made Chimera. Yeah, it's a drawing game. And we're just gonna make a lobby and y'all are welcome to join and it's capped at 8. Oh.
I'm gonna log out and log back in again.
Oh yeah, I'll just use the link. Okay. I forgot. I messed with my account. No.
Do you have that on another tab?
Don't mind me.
James broke his account.
Yeah, I was testing earlier. Okay, so yeah, you can just log into chimeradoodles.herokuapp.com. You can click on the screen and log in and join. And yeah, you can see what the game is. Oh, and while you're playing, don't leave the page or like refresh or anything, because that will kick everyone out of the lobby and the game will go away.
And please only join if you're on a laptop.
Yeah.
And then let's do 3 rounds.
This is two.
Yeah, just for time's sake.
Yo.
15 more seconds.
Okay, 15 more seconds, then we're just gonna start. Okay, we're just gonna start now.
Is anyone still working on joining? Oh, okay.
Okay, sure, we'll just start. So I'm just gonna talk through like what goes on. Okay, so once it loads, you get a picture and you have to like draw what you think like goes in here.
And feel free to also change your pen size if you want to.
Oh.
You can also erase in case you make a big mistake.
And then it will all load in. Yeah. Okay, we made a drawing and I love this drawing, so I'm just gonna download it. Whoa, okay, nice run. There's a sky. Whoa, let's make a sun. Yeah, and wow. All right, excellent job. I also like this drawing, so I'll also download it. And yeah, and now you can look. Whoa, we drew. Nice. Okay, back to lobby. And yeah, we also have a profile where, oh, whoops. I think my game is like not responding. Well, okay, and we can also like look at my profile, and I like owls. So yeah, that's the game.
Let's see, give history.
Thank you, Chimera. Next on our semi-finalists, we have Graph Ninja.
Hey everyone, we're Team Chocolate Chip Cookies, and this is our website, Graph Ninja. Yeah. So imagine this. So flashback a few years to when you were in middle school, or maybe like many years for some of you. And you're sitting in math class, watching the teacher write something on the blackboard like a times x plus b squared plus c. And then the teacher tells you that this is the graph of a parabola. So a lot of students would find this very boring, and this is a big problem. So our solution to this is our game Graph Ninja, which was designed to teach kids how to graph parabolas in a fun way, in a ninja themed way. So now let's enter the dojo.
My
laptop is dying right now. I don't know why. It's just very slow and everything.
So after you start, it brings you to this page, which is a room of the dojo called training. And it introduces this character called Sensei, who acts as a mentor to guide you throughout your journey as you learn how to graph quadratic functions. So this first level is kind of just a way to let the user get used to the interface. Sensei tells you exactly what to put here.
So instead of A, B, and C, you have 3 different ninja powers, which are stretch, sidestep, and levitate. And then basically it trains kids how to use each of these powers one at a time. So
yeah, let's say I mess up and I'm like, oh, A is actually -1, and I plot it. It says, keep trying, graph ninjas never give up. So let's go to A = 1. Okay, now good work. You're ready to move on to the next level. So as you progress,
Sensei has more things to say to you every
Yes.
level.
So for Harry Potter fans, he says it's Leviosa, not Leviosa. And then next level, when the graph shifts down, he says, what's the opposite of Leviosa? Leviosate. Okay, that was a bad joke. So anyways, let's move on to the freestyle room. This is where people can input basically any function they want to. So let's say sine x, and you're like, wow, this is my favorite function in the whole world. Let me star it. So let's go back to profile. These are my starred functions, and you can get a different look. And as you train, this changes. So maybe you're like on level 7, it'll say you're a seasoned dojo goer. So let's go back to freestyle, and you enter cosine of x. You plot it, and you're like, wow, this is a cool thing. But then you're like, oh, never mind, it's not cool. Let me unstar it and do cosine of x plus x. And
Incredible.
This is so let's start again. And yeah,
Oh, and
look
one
at all the
cool
profile
thing
pictures.
Is let's say you're a kid in school who's messing around with Graph Ninja at home, and you suddenly discover a really cool function like cosine x plus x, and you want to show all your friends. So you just bring your electronic device with you to school and show them your profile. And on your profile, there will be all the functions you thought were cool, such as vote for us on Facebook.
So that's it.
And next we have, thank you, Graph Ninja. And next we have Be Asleep. Last and final semi-finalist presentation.
Okay, so for our website, we built a Be Asleep. So it's an interactive sleep tracker. But what's different with our sleep tracker is that you could adopt a personalized beaver, like just decorate it, and then you could like treat it as a pet. And as long as you sleep healthily, your beaver is going to bring you gifts back. Those are going to be postcards of scenes around MIT that we drew. And let's just get into it. Okay, so. All right, so first of all, we have the title of our app. So be asleep, like be like beaver and sleep. And the concept like be asleep. So it's like, yeah, cool. And then, yeah, and we can, so first of all, it's a how-to button that like shows, like that tells you like what the app is about. And then, yeah, and then you can click on start to log in with your account. And then you can click on again to go to the dashboard. So here we drew a path that to like show, to guide the user like how to use the app, and then like what's the steps. And then you can click on the how to button to like to get a more detailed steps. And so first, let's go to the beaver profile. So first, you can input your name that you want for the beaver at the top. And on the right, we have a profile card that the user can like regenerate or like chose their beaver information onto the ones that they want. And on the left, we have a panel with like the buttons represent the pieces of the outfit, and the beaver can choose. I mean, not beaver. Sorry, the user can choose the buttons to customize the beavers. What's happening?
Yeah, I'm just.
Okay, yeah. And then after the user chooses like all the information about the beaver, they can save the beaver by clicking on the yes button, and then it's all saved. Yeah, cool. And then we can go to the dashboard again to navigate to the enter sleep button. Page. And here we have the dress up beaver on the left. And on the right, we have the button like that says I'm going to sleep. And then if you click on that, you can like go to sleep. Yeah, and then like the system like will change to the dark mode, and when you put them in dark mode to like every single page, and you can see it's like kind of cool. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then wake up, it will be light up again. So even if you forgot to log in sleep, that's still fine because we have this makeup like manual log that you can click. So if you click on submit button right now, it won't submit anything because we don't want empty data, and also you cannot wake up before you go to sleep. So now if she could like enter the sleep that she wants to makeup log and then click submit now, it will successfully submit. What's-
Hint. You can't be submitting like a future date since like it's screwed. Let's do that.
Yeah,
Cool.
so you've successfully submitted sleep, and also like everyone should love this UI idea.
Yes.
This should be right here. And now postcards. So the gifts that we're bringing back is a postcard that we drew. So it's the viewer will look at your sleep data, and the more you sleep and the more healthy you sleep, the more fuel you will give the viewer and support it, and thus the more postcard it will bring back. And then down below you have like the score of your total score and also average score out of 100.
Yeah, and also when you hover over the postcards, you can see like data like captions, and also you could download the postcards. Showing. Yay.
And lastly, we have the calendar where you can see a more detailed record of your sleep every day. So for example, if we and also there's like image of how like your viewer is currently like how much you support it. So for example, if we look at Saturday, I first adopt the viewer. I'm really happy. I like sleep a lot, and then it's pretty happy, like full of energy. And then Saturday, it's fine. Monday, Tuesday, I guess I just become more and more realistic.
Yeah.
So my viewer is pretty sad now. So and if you enter the wrong data, or you can click on that day and click the button to delete out the sleeping data of that day, and then you can go back to the makeup log page and then re-enter the correct sleep time.
Yeah, and also I forgot to mention the help button. Like we have it implemented on each page, and the texts are different. So if you have questions on any of the pages, you can just click on the help button, and that has detailed instructions about it.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
if you
last
click
but not
log out,
least, it will bring you back to the home page.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's our website.
Okay, one more round of applause for all of the semi-finalist teams. All right, so really good websites, really good stuff. Now we're going to move into the final segment of the award ceremony, which are the prizes. So first, we're going to talk about special prizes before we go into our sweepstakes winners. So as the staff and the sponsors are going through the websites and reviewing them, sometimes we notice very special features in the websites that were implemented, and those special features will deserve and warrant their own special prizes. Okay, so the first special prize is sponsored by Gather. They're one of our corporate sponsors. They are giving away a modest sum of $1,500 to the team that was the most innovative. And they are actually going to split their prize. So I'm going to announce teams for this section. If you're recognized, you can stand up, we can clap, but you don't need to come down. We don't have stuff to physically give you yet. But yeah, just stand up, we'll clap for you. So without further ado, the winners are Paranoia and Fortuna. Real quick, I'm just going to read the blurb that they wrote. Paranoia really nails an engaging, fun, approachable UI that friends can connect over virtually. In a time when we're all apart, Paranoia's emphasis on learning more about each other in a game-like environment is a way to be together with friends all around the world, which is why we're awarding them the Gather Innovation Prize. For Fortuna, our team was super impressed by Team Fortuna's graphics, gameplay, and commitment to openness and decentralization. Their incorporation of spatial mechanics and small touches like interpretable collectibles are not only functional, but they also are aligned with our mission here at Gather of building the best open metaverse for humanity. So each of you will be receiving $750. Gather will be in contact with you guys.
So the next sponsor prize that we'll be presenting is from Next Jump, the Human Innovation Prize. Since they're not attending in person today, Tan will screen share, and Next Jump will give a brief spiel.
Hi. So on behalf of Next Jump, this is Shardul here. So from our end, based on the Human Innovation Prize, we wanted to recognize the note-taking app for the product that they displayed during during the semi-final. I just wanted to congratulate you. And I think just on the product side, right, what we are focused on as a company is how we hand and make good decision makers and who are great leaders. That's what our focusing on. So, and one of the aspects of note taking that we really liked was that how even through the speech to text, that's something that they have built. But apart from that, how the things have been stored and attached to meetings, that was one of the cool features that they did. And apart from that, I think also the UI of the app, along with some of the statistics and analytics that discussed, that was impressive. So just wanted to say congrats to the note taking app team.
I'm confused. How do I go back? Okay. Yep. So round of applause to Noteworthy Notes for their website. They're not here in person today, but I think they're joining virtually. So yeah, just a round of applause on Zoom, hopefully wherever you're viewing from. And yeah, our next sponsor prize, final sponsor prize is from MIT Open Learning, which is the Canvas LMS prize. So integrating with Canvas app, not HTML Canvas, but the learning Canvas app to produce an educational app. And unfortunately, Open Learning could not be here today to present the sponsor prize, but the winner communicated over email is MIT Hub. I don't know if you're here, but round of applause. Okay, so those are our sponsor prizes. Now I'll go on to the special prizes.
Okay, so each of the following 4 or 5 prizes will be receiving somewhere between $500 and $750. The first is for the best backend feature. So websites, when you make them, there's a front end and a back end. And while the front end is very important for the user to have a good experience while using the site, a very killer back end feature can make a site stand out on its own. And for this one, we selected Wildcard, which was the make your own card game website. So big round of applause for them. Wildcard will be receiving $750 for their backend feature, which was their own language for building your rules for card games. We thought that was very impressive. Oops, forgot about that one. All right, the next award goes to the website with the most responsive UI. So when you're using websites, sometimes you want to change the size of your window, move it off to the side, or maybe you want to access it on your phone. It's important to have a responsive UI to account for different window sizes, different effects that you might do when interacting with the website. And this one is going to go to Team Boba Boss. So round of applause for them. They didn't get a chance to present, but Boba Boss is a boba rating website. So you can just go around the boba restaurants in Boston and submit ratings. Okay, for the most unique concept, we've seen a lot of websites throughout our time here at MIT as Weblab staff. And every year there's new sites that blow us out of the water with the things that they're trying to do. So this year, the $750 prize goes to Imagine EC. So big round of applause for them. They weren't able to present today, but they made a site with 3D LiDAR technology. So what they did was they walked up and down the halls of EC with a LiDAR camera. They took these point cloud like 3D images and then rendered them in a website as a memorial to East Campus before it gets demolished. Or renovated, I don't know. You can say it however you want. All right. And finally, the staff favorite. So every year there's a lot of websites that we test, and not every one of them fits like a single one of the well-defined sponsor or special prizes that we had before. But we still think they deserve recognition. So we're going to go into our staff favorites, which were Inu Typing and 321 Code. So round of applause for them. Inu Typing was a type along karaoke type website. There would be a song that played often in Japanese, and you would have to type along as it was going. It was very difficult because it's hard to type Japanese. And 321 Code is ironically also a fast typing game. It's basically competitive leak code. So there's a task like write a function that takes in the inputs and outputs like the nth Fibonacci number or something, and the first person to write it and submit it and pass all the test cases wins. So those were ones that we thought were very fun. You can check them out in your own time. So this is the karaoke site. And this is 321 Code. Okay.
Yeah. So next we'll present the People's Choice Award. So this was the final special award awarded to the team with the most likes on the Facebook photo that we shared. And this was taken, the like count was taken at exactly 7 p.m. today. So this award goes to the team with 187 likes on their Facebook photo, which is 321 Code. Okay, now moving on to our honorable mentions, I believe, for the sweepstakes awards of Weblab. So we have 2 honorable mentions this year and Graph Ninja. And yeah, you guys all saw presentations for those. Moving on to 4th place. Moving on to 4th place, we will have Be Asleep. And moving on to 3rd place, we will have Noteworthy Notes. And 2nd place, we have Mosaic Detective. And the last but not least, for 1st place, can we have a drum roll? First place goes to Fortuna. So congratulations to all winners. But most of all, congratulations to everyone who ended up submitting a website. There were a lot of really good websites, and obviously we couldn't choose every single team to win. And like a lot of these, like we were really sad about them not winning as well. Like everybody put in a lot of effort, and like staff really enjoyed testing and playing around with all of the websites. So a round of applause for everyone here again. And thank you all for joining us for Weblab 2022. So lastly, some final things. Please fill out course evals. We post them multiple times on Piazza, but please fill them out. I think they close tomorrow, something like that. So please fill out course evals so we can continue running Weblab in the future. And we have swag here down there. There's like bucket hats, shirts, stickers, etc. And if you're interested in being on Weblab staff, there's a short link there. Okay,